recent video, I'm joking, not the most recent video, a long time ago, like about a year ago, I posted a video showing you guys how to use watering blocks. And that actually did really well, got like 400 views. And now there is something even more confusing. It's something called variable blocks. Variable blocks. And people are like, oh, what's a variable? Oh, well, what is that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, it could get really deep, like X, or variables like Y, like that you literally use like for hardcore code. But I'm going to break it down in the simplest term for you guys, and you don't have to worry about that, because Yeeps makes it really simple. So, yeah, let's get into it. First, I want to show you this block. This block is called a display. It displays numbers and also can set numbers. This is one of the most important blocks ever invented in Yeeps history. What up? And you may be asking, well, Bean Guy, why? Because it has it literally can act as a timer, and I'll show you that in a minute. But first, before I show you that, I want to show you something else really important that I think you need to know. This is called a variable setter. It sets a variable. So let's just say I want to set it to, oh, well, 50. Okay, now I take a button, smash it there, and then press the button. And what do you know it? Now it's 50, okay? Isn't that so cool? No, it's not, but we're getting there. So now, let's just say I want to make a simple timer with 50 seconds on it. Well, what do I do? What do these two mean? And what does the one on the back mean? Well, actually, it's really not that hard to tell. Or, you know, in literally every single Yeeps block, red means reset or turn off or emergency brake. So it just resets it. It's not that hard. But these two, you might be like, what do those mean? What the crap do those mean? And first, you gotta understand, in a timer, it could either be counting up or counting down. So let's just say I put a button here, reset it, and then did it on this side. So basically, if you want to make a timer, you may be thinking, oh wait, Bean Guy, I could just use the tick block. I could just use a timer block. No. You do not want to use that in any circumstance. If you're using variables, you actually want to use the clock tick variable. So, you put it on this side, and then what you want to do is you want to add a greater than right here. That's a less than, my bad. Wait, is it a greater than? I might just have to set it. Okay, you set it to 50. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Gosh, people, these things these days. Okay. If I set to 50, now it's counting up to 50. Okay. Now. It's counting up. And it's gonna actually stop at 50. So, yeah. But today, I'm gonna show you how to count it down. Instead of putting on this side, you may be thinking, oh my, I might have to put a greater variable. But no, that just doesn't do anything. Because less than is always the answer. Except for greater than. But it's fine. Okay, you want to put the tick actually around the blue. And then, what you do is put it here. Wrong one! I can never tell which one's greater than, which one's less than these days. Okay, now it's counting down. Now, I want to make, what's this today? I want to make like an NBA timer where if it hits 0, it will reset. Well, how do I do that? Well, instead of doing it manually, here's a fun little trick. Take the equals sign. This basically says, oh, if this number is active, or if this setter says that number, then something happens. Well, you may be asking what would happen. But instead of doing something crazy, what you actually want to do is you want to bring this equal sign to the setter. And it will actually reset it. And do the timer all over again. So congratulations, you just made a simple timer. Good job. Now, we're going to get to the hard part. How can you use variables other than timers? Well, let's just say you wanted to make a death counter, where if you die, it says how much times you die. Well, first, you don't want timer block because you're not timing anything. You're counting. So you want to put this here, and let's just say, yeah, you don't need anything for this. Let's just say, you add a hangout block, and you see this little red block here? That actually says if someone dies, then this happens. So if someone dies, this literally transits into the block you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a setter. Oh no, I'm gonna take a greater than block. Wait, this is the what? Okay, I'm gonna take a setter. This one's also not working. Okay, that setter I'm gonna be using is Boom Chakalaka. This. So, I'm pretty sure you want to actually do it this way because that actually makes the thing go up. So, now, if I die, let's just say, my death spawner here. You don't need to do anything with the death spawner. And then you add just like a little pit of spikes. Where's the pit of spikes? A little pit of spikes, and you say, "Oh, little Johnny's so sad. Oh, he bumped into a car, and he died." This will actually count how much times he died. So, flip. 2 times died. Boom! 3 times died. Dude, Johnny's unlucky today. He's going to heaven like 800 times. It's only possible to go 1, but it's okay. Okay, then you go, huh? And it's going up. And so you go, and it goes up again. And so on and so on. And whoever spams 6-7 in the comments, they will be faced by my wrath. Just kidding, I'm a really nice guy. So, well, let's just say you want to have a limit of deaths. Well, that's easy. All you have to do is switch it to the other side, which actually limits your death. But here's the thing. What you actually want to do is you don't want to leave it laying around at 0. You want to have it at a counter. So let's just say you can have a maximum of 3 deaths per team. So what you actually want to do is you want to take the setter block, and every time the display hits 0, then it actually sets it to 3. So now what I can do is I can die, and it goes down, and then little Johnny dies again, and it goes to 1. Okay, so you have 1 last chance to not die, and Johnny slipped, and it resets to 3. Man! Now, the only circumstance where I actually allow people to use a TIG block is if you want a delay to it. So if I wanted maybe like a 5-second delay before it resets, I can do that. I can say if it equals 0, it's a 3-second delay before it resets. So let's try this. 2, 1, 0. And then it resets to 3. See? This is amazing. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in on how to do variable blocks. It was really fun. and I hope you understand them better. Now, I know I'm not the best teacher, so if you do learn a lot from me, make sure to let me know, because I want to know if I do good at teaching people so I can actually start doing it. But if I did good, just tell me in the comments. And also, have a good day, guys. No 6-7.